From MTN News, you're watching Montana This Morning.
Yellowstone National Park says work is ahead of schedule on temporary repairs to washed out roads in the northern part of the park. Up next, get a look at what some of that looks like.
I'm with MTN News, and I'm standing in the spot where a grizzly bear was last seen earlier this week. I've got the story and the details coming up.
Did she
She's
just look
looking over her shoulder?
shoulder?
Don't blame her one bit.
And just a reminder, if you're going to be going into bear country, take bear spray with you.
That's right.
Even if you're going in as a reporter. 6:31, Shalem and Matt Elway with you here. Wow. I'm looking at the numbers on that chart that you're about to bring up here, and those are going to seem tiny compared to what we're going to see in the next couple of days.
The temperatures across the area were hitting the 90s yesterday, extreme heat, and we are looking at anywhere between 8 and 10 degrees warmer as we go into your Saturday for parts of the area for daytime highs. Temperatures now comfortable, 40s for most of us, 50s in a few areas. It looks like our temperatures will bounce right back up to the low 90s. I think today's going to be much like it was yesterday with the heat. Very uncomfortable to be outside for any extended period of time, but nowhere near what we're dealing with tomorrow in western Montana. We'll talk more about that, of course, in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:32 now, our top story this half hour. Yellowstone National Park officials say crews are making good progress towards completing temporary access roads to Mammoth and Cook City. Large segments of that road were washed out during spring flooding this season. Now, while the park says it will take 3 to 5 years to finish permanent replacement roads, Park Superintendent Camp Shawley is promising to have temporary roads open by October 15th. Now you can see some of the work here on the road connecting Gardner with homes and park offices in Mammoth. Now, while that road is expected to be open in about 6 weeks, work expected to continue as long as weather permits. Now, east of Mammoth in the Lamar Valley, work also underway to replace washed out roads that prevent access to Silver Gate and Cook City. This newly released aerial video shows temporary roads being built where the old roads washed out, and in some cases being rerouted away from landslides that took out the original roads. Workers are racing to get the temporary roads finished before winter halts road work. If the temporary roads are not finished in time, the communities of Mammoth, Silver Gate, and Cook City would be isolated for the winter with no road access. Other headlines this morning: grizzly bear sightings in populated areas are becoming an increasingly common occurrence in north central Montana. On Wednesday in Choteau, the town put on high alert after bear activity was discovered near the rodeo grounds. MTN's Brianna Druno traveled to Teton County to find out more.
Lions and tigers and
grizzly bears.
oh my.
You really got to be heightenedly bear aware this time of year.
When a young grizzly bear was spotted near the town of Choteau, locals were quick to jump into action.
It was first originally seen by one of the city employees who was heading into the water treatment plant to go to work. So Fish, Wildlife and Parks was notified, and Teton County Sheriff was notified, and they notified our City Works people to start blocking off some of the streets on the south end of town.
Safety was, of course, the city's #1 priority, and luckily no one was hurt.
It is unusual to see bears in town, but it's not unusual to see bears. I mean, on any given night, if you take a drive east or west of town, or north or south of town, you're probably going to see a bear of some sort. But this close to town, yes, it is unusual.
It wasn't the first time a bear was seen a little too close to home.
We had one in the park a couple Marches ago, early spring, bear coming out of hibernation. It was a young female. This is the pavilion, so we're actually right here. So we had the bear had come through the park this way. The kids were camping back over in here.
Berries, a water source, and thick brush is the perfect place for animals like bears to dwell.
So there's plenty of area for them to be. Their internal clock's telling them right now it's time to eat, put on weight, get ready for winter.
For now, the bear hasn't been found, but authorities are on high alert just in case Mother Nature takes him back into town.
I just want our residents to know it is a priority for us to keep you guys safe.
Living in Montana, it may not be uncommon to see wild animals taking a trip through our urban cities, but always remember to admire them from afar and report the wild visitors when you see them. In Choteau, Brianna Juno, MTN News.
All right, 6:35 now. Butte Police and Montana Highway Patrol rushed to the scene of a bank robbery in Butte late yesterday. Took place at the Wells Fargo Bank branch at the intersection of Elizabeth Warren and Harrison Avenue. Upon arrival, officers advised that a man had entered the bank, demanded money. He was given an undisclosed amount of cash and then left the bank northbound on foot. Fortunately, no one was injured. Suspect, a white man who appeared to be in his late 20s. He has slim build, about 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing 150 pounds, has blonde hair. In addition, police say the suspect was wearing a surgical mask, a blue Los Angeles Dodgers hat, and a green and orange plaid shirt. A vehicle of interest that was in the area of the robbery, a black 2010 to 2014 Toyota Camry. Now, anyone who saw anything suspicious in the area at the time of the robbery asked to call Butte Police at 406-497-1120. Other headlines this morning: a wildfire flared up near Livingston yesterday. TN's Jolie Salee reports from the scene.
I'm Jolie Salee off of Highway 10 west of Livingston. We're at 442 today. Park County Rural Fire Department and multiple other agencies responded to a small grass fire of about 5 to 10 acres. Captain Christian Anderson of Park County Rural Fire Department says that the fire is contained and still under investigation. As you can see, a power line is being replaced and one barn burnt down. This was the only structure lost in the fire. In Park County, Jolie Salee, MTN News.
Not alone either. There was a grass fire yesterday afternoon as well near Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport. MTN's Edgar Cedillo shows us what happened.
Central Valley fire crews are on scene of a fast-moving wildfire that was first reported just north of Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport. Fire crews are currently working to mop up the fire, which burned about 11 acres. The call originally came in at about 1:30. Fire crews were able to contain it within about an hour. They say the cause of the fire was chains from a nearby trailer hitting and sparking the fire, which spread quickly because of winds. Luckily, at this time, no structures are burned and everyone is okay. In Belgrade, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
Again, that risk of a fire start like that going to be severe this weekend, so be careful with the chains on your trailers as well. Meantime, across the country, the average price for a gallon of gas fallen for 76 straight days. That's the second longest streak on record. Dan Grossman looks at how much longer we can expect them to fall and what's happening a few weeks from now that may cause another drop in prices.
It wasn't too long ago when we'd look up at that big digital sign that says so much in only 3 numbers with anything other than despair.
It's hard to forget. It was less than 3 months ago when the average price of a gallon of gas nationally was $5.02, the highest on record. Today, the average price of gas is lower, much lower. And those who understand the oil industry say the price is going to drop even more.
60% of that price is based off what crude oil is going for. We have seen crude oil plummet significantly in the past several months, and that has been tied to decreasing gas prices.
Crude oil is the raw natural resource that is taken from the earth and then refined into usable fuel like gas. Like most commodities, it's traded on the market at various prices that are determined by supply and demand. And currently, demand isn't great, meaning its price, much like the price of gas, has been falling.
Fundamentally, there are jitters about a global recession that have made investments in crude not that wise. Of course, we all use a lot less oil if we're entering into a recession, and the markets are reacting in kind.
Skylar McKinley is with AAA.
Consumption has fallen. Americans actually have changed their driving behaviors. AAA surveys show 65% of drivers have changed their behaviors, not just because of the high price of gasoline, but because of the high price of just about everything. They've decided and planned their lives to use less gas.
According to AAA, these 19 states have gas prices higher than the national average of $3.85, while these states are at or below that figure. The cheapest gas you'll find in the country is in the South, where a typical gallon will run you just over $3.40.
So what does this mean for the long term? Well, in a few weeks, the gas supply will switch over to a winter blend fuel as it does every fall. According to AAA, it gives a little less energy, but it also will knock off about 10 cents per gallon from what you're paying at the pump. In Denver, I'm Dan Grossman.